Welcome to this fascinating journey into the world of Peruvian asparagus. Peru is a country that offers much more than just breathtaking natural landscapes and rich cultural heritage. It is home to some of the world's most iconic natural landmarks, such as Machu Picchu and the majestic Andes mountain range, and boasts an ancient civilization whose historical influence has shaped much of South America. But beyond its historical and geographical significance, Peru has also earned its place on the world stage as a leading agricultural powerhouse. Among the many crops produced, one stands out as a vital export: asparagus. With an annual production of over 370,000 tons, Peru not only leads in global asparagus output, but also holds a dominant position in the international market, supplying nearly 38% of the world's asparagus. This article will delve into the intricate processes involved in the cultivation, harvesting, and processing of asparagus in Peru, explaining how these fields have become a cornerstone of the country's economy and play a crucial role in supplying key markets such as the United States, Europe, and Japan. By understanding the sophisticated methods that go into growing one of the world's most sought-after vegetables, you'll gain insight into how Peru has positioned itself as a global leader in asparagus production. Asparagus farming is not just an economic activity in Peru. It is deeply embedded in the country's agricultural tradition. For decades, asparagus has been a key export crop, and the industry has undergone significant growth due to the development of advanced agricultural techniques and favorable growing conditions. Peru is now the second-largest asparagus exporter in the world, with the country contributing nearly 38% of the global asparagus supply. Asparagus fields stretch across the northern coastal desert of Peru, where irrigation systems that channel water from the Andes Mountains make it possible to cultivate this vegetable in an otherwise arid landscape. These irrigation systems are crucial, as they ensure a constant water supply for the crops, making it possible to grow asparagus in areas that would otherwise be unsuitable for farming. Asparagus grown in Peru is highly sought after in international markets due to its superior quality. The vegetable is grown in strict compliance with the highest agricultural standards, ensuring that it meets the demands of consumers in the United States, Europe, and Japan. Thanks to the combination of ideal climatic conditions, advanced farming practices, and a strong commitment to sustainability, Peruvian asparagus has earned a reputation for being among the best in the world. Its superior quality is reflected in its versatility in cooking, as it is used in a variety of dishes ranging from simple salads to gourmet entrees. Asparagus requires specific growing conditions to thrive, and Peru's unique geography provides just the right environment for this crop. The soil must be loose, nutrient-rich, and well-drained, with a pH level between 6.5 and 7.5. Fortunately, the soil along Peru's northern coast meets these criteria, providing an ideal foundation for asparagus cultivation. Farmers in this region prepare the land by tilling it deeply, ensuring that weeds, stones, and other obstacles are removed. This deep tilling not only clears the soil, but also helps aerate it, promoting root growth and nutrient absorption. In addition to soil preparation, farmers apply organic compost or well-rotted manure to enrich the soil, providing the necessary nutrients for healthy asparagus growth. The process of planting begins with soaking asparagus seeds in warm water for 12 to 24 hours. This soaking process helps to stimulate germination and prepares the seeds for planting. After soaking, the seeds are carefully sown into the ground at a depth of about ½ inch to 1 inch, with rows spaced 18 to 24 inches apart. This spacing ensures that the young plants have enough room to develop without competing for resources. As the seeds begin to sprout, it typically takes 10 to 15 days for the seedlings to emerge, depending on temperature conditions. To support successful germination, farmers ensure that the seedlings receive consistent moisture and are shielded from direct sunlight, as young asparagus plants are highly sensitive to temperature fluctuations and need optimal conditions to grow. Harvesting asparagus is a highly specialized process that requires great attention to detail and precision. Once the asparagus plants have developed strong root systems, known as crowns, it's time to begin harvesting. The crowns are the heart of the plant, containing all the essential structures needed for future growth. Farmers use specialized machinery to carefully dig up these crowns, ensuring that the roots are not damaged during the extraction process. Once harvested, the crowns are transported to seedling facilities where they are sorted into different types based on their size and quality. This sorting process ensures that only the best quality crowns are selected for replanting. After sorting, the crowns are carefully packaged and shipped to farms where they will be planted for the next growing season. This process helps ensure that asparagus production is continuous, as new crowns are planted each year to replace older plants. By carefully managing the life cycle of the asparagus plants and using the best quality crowns for replanting, farmers in Peru can maintain a high level of productivity and quality in their asparagus fields. This cycle of harvesting, sorting, and replanting is essential to the long-term success of the industry, and it highlights the importance of sustainable farming practices in maintaining a steady supply of asparagus for global markets. Creating the optimal growing environment for asparagus is essential to maximizing yields and ensuring the health of the plants. One of the key strategies used by farmers in Peru is the creation of raised beds. These raised beds provide several benefits for asparagus cultivation. First, they improve drainage, preventing the soil from becoming waterlogged, which is especially important during the rainy season when excessive moisture can harm the plants. Proper drainage ensures that the asparagus plant's roots have access to the water they need without being flooded. Raised beds also help to warm the soil more quickly in the spring, allowing for earlier planting and growth. The beds create a controlled environment that encourages deep root development, which is crucial for the long-term health and productivity of the asparagus plants. To further optimize growing conditions, many farmers in Peru use plastic mulch to cover the raised beds. The mulch serves multiple purposes, such as retaining soil moisture, suppressing weed growth, and regulating soil temperature. This combination of raised beds and plastic mulch creates an ideal environment for asparagus to grow efficiently. By utilizing these techniques, farmers can maximize their yields and ensure that the asparagus plants receive the best possible care. Once the asparagus has been harvested, it goes through a critical post-harvest process that includes sorting, cleaning, and packaging. This step is essential to ensure that the final product meets the quality standards required by international markets. The first task after harvesting is sorting the spears by size and quality. Asparagus spears vary in thickness and length, and markets often demand specific sizes for different uses. For instance, larger spears are usually preferred for fresh consumption, while smaller ones may be used for processing or freezing. The sorting process is typically done by hand or using specialized machinery, and the goal is to ensure that only the best quality spears are selected for export. Once sorted, the asparagus is thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt, pesticides, or other contaminants. Cleaning is a delicate process that must be done carefully to avoid damaging the spears. The asparagus is usually washed in cold water, and sometimes a mild detergent is used to ensure its cleanliness. After washing, the asparagus is dried, typically using air blowers or in drying tunnels to remove excess moisture. This step is crucial to prevent spoilage during transportation and storage. Following cleaning, the asparagus is packaged for distribution. Packaging plays an important role in maintaining the freshness and quality of the product during its journey to international markets. Asparagus is typically packaged in bundles or trays, with each bundle carefully wrapped to prevent damage. Packaging materials, such as plastic film, are chosen to protect the spears while allowing them to breathe. For long-distance transportation, asparagus may be packed in refrigerated containers to maintain the ideal temperature and freshness. The packaging process is designed not only for protection, but also for convenience, ensuring that the asparagus arrives in its best possible condition. After sorting, cleaning, and packaging, the asparagus is ready to be shipped to global markets. Peru's asparagus is exported primarily to the United States, Europe, and Japan, with the United States being the largest importer. The logistics of shipping asparagus are complex and require careful coordination to ensure that the product reaches its destination in optimal condition. Since asparagus is a perishable product, time is of the essence. Typically, asparagus is transported by air or sea, depending on the destination and urgency. For air shipments, asparagus is packed in refrigerated containers to maintain a temperature of around 2 to 4 degrees Celsius, 36 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps to preserve its freshness. Air transport is often used for higher quality asparagus that needs to reach the market quickly. Sea shipments are more common for larger quantities of asparagus and can take several days or even weeks, depending on the destination. To ensure that the asparagus arrives fresh, sea shipments are also sent in refrigerated containers, which maintain a stable temperature throughout the journey. Once the asparagus arrives at its destination, it is received by distributors and retailers, who then make it available to consumers in various forms, fresh, canned, or frozen. The global distribution network for Peruvian asparagus is highly efficient, ensuring that the product reaches supermarkets, restaurants, and food processors around the world. The quality of Peruvian asparagus has made it a favorite among chefs and home cooks alike, and its popularity continues to grow as consumers seek healthy and versatile food options. As the global demand for asparagus continues to rise, Peru has faced increasing pressure to ensure that its asparagus farming practices are sustainable. The Peruvian government and farmers are increasingly adopting environmentally friendly techniques to minimize the impact of asparagus cultivation on local ecosystems. One of the key sustainability efforts is the responsible use of water resources. Peru's asparagus farms, particularly those located in the coastal regions, rely heavily on irrigation systems that draw water from nearby rivers and the Andes Mountains. With climate change affecting water availability, it has become imperative for farmers to implement efficient irrigation systems that conserve water while still ensuring the health of their crops. In response to these challenges, many asparagus farms in Peru are investing in modern technologies, such as drip irrigation, which delivers water directly to the plant roots, minimizing evaporation and runoff. These systems also allow farmers to use water more efficiently, reducing waste and improving crop yields. Additionally, some farms are adopting organic farming methods, which reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, further promoting sustainability. Another important aspect of sustainability in Peruvian asparagus farming is soil health. To preserve soil fertility and prevent degradation, many farmers are incorporating crop rotation and using organic fertilizers, such as compost, to enrich the soil. These practices help maintain the long-term productivity of the land and reduce the need for synthetic chemicals. By focusing on sustainable farming practices, Peru's asparagus industry is positioning itself as a model for responsible agriculture, balancing economic growth with environmental stewardship. Looking ahead, the future of Peruvian asparagus farming appears promising. The country's asparagus industry is expected to continue growing, driven by rising global demand and the adoption of more efficient farming techniques. However, challenges such as climate change, water scarcity, and competition from other asparagus-producing countries will require ongoing innovation and collaboration. By embracing sustainability and continuing to improve farming practices, Peru can ensure that its asparagus remains a premium product on the global market for years to come. Peru's success in asparagus cultivation is a testament to the country's natural advantages, agricultural expertise, and commitment to quality. Through sustainable farming practices, Peru is also ensuring that this vital crop will continue to thrive in the face of environmental challenges. As global demand for fresh, healthy vegetables grows, Peru's asparagus will likely remain a favorite on tables around the world. By understanding the complexities of asparagus farming in Peru, we can appreciate the efforts that go into producing this delicious and nutritious vegetable, and the important role it plays in both the Peruvian economy and global food systems.